Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for December. I hope you're doing well. I am going to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Sagittarius out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in. But as always, Sagittarius, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Sagittarius? Sagittarius. All right. Sagittarius, you are starting out with the Six of Swords in the reverse. You have the Page of Swords in the reverse and the Two of Cups reversed. So I can see that there's been an ending here. Either that or you're just not on the same page with somebody. But the thing is that you may not quite understand why. There's a lack of knowledge. There's a lack of understanding that's here. And I feel like you're kind of stuck. There's stuck energy about this. And you're like stuck in this, I don't understand this energy. You're not able to quite move forward and you're feeling chaos in your mind. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Sagittarius energy. Show me who is in Sagittarius energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Ten of Wands reversed. We have the Four of Pentacles reversed. And the Eight of Cups reversed. This is a karmic lesson or a karmic cycle that you're going through. It's highly unusual to get all, like, if my deck is not in the reverse, like you know, my cards are not in the reverse, but yet so far all of the cards have come out reversed. So I can definitely see there's some sort of a karmic lesson that's taking place here, or you're stuck in a karmic cycle. Now this person that is in your energy, I do feel like this is somebody who does want to resolve whatever conflict or problems there are between the two of you. This person may have initially walked away from this connection, but if they have, they're coming back in. I feel like, you know, they do want to resolve the problems. They do want to work this out with you. With the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, they're going to let their guard down a little bit. I feel like when they walked away, they were like, I'm done with this. I'm letting go of Sagittarius. But I do see them coming back in to try to work it out. So let me see the energy between Sagittarius and this person. Nine of Wands. Yeah. So whatever this is has been going on for quite some time. You do both want to work this out and you want to grow beyond it. Let me see what's affecting this. You're both exhausted from the process, though. What's affecting it is the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Some very cutting energy, some very angry cutting energy. That's what's affecting this. So show me the outcome. The Ace of Swords. Beautiful. So there's going to be a very important conversation that's going to take place between the two of you. It's going to provide the clarity and the truth that is needed to hopefully work things out. So that's good. That's really good. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate that there's been a lack of action. It's also indicating that you're both very tired of the situation. You know, for you in particular, Sagittarius, it shows me that this has caused a dip in your vibration. Now, you could be dealing with another Sagittarius or a Leo or an Aries. I'm also seeing Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here. So let's clarify. Spirit-wise, the Six of Swords in reverse for Sagittarius. All right, we have Temperance reversed. We have the Eight of Coins, and we have the Two of Wands reversed. So yeah, you want to work this out too. Both of you want to work this out. I don't feel like you have like just picked up and left. I don't feel like you're like, no, I'm done here. I do feel that it's definitely put you out of sorts. I definitely feel that. you may feel like this person is choosing someone or something over you, but you're looking at all the details. You're trying to figure this out. You are putting effort into it, or you want to. You want to put effort into working this out. I definitely see that. Let me see. Why is the Page of Swords in reverse for Sagittarius? All right, we have the Page of Wands. And we have the World. Now, that being said, if this person has chosen another person over you, I think you're going to be over and done with this. And for some of you, you're questioning that. You're questioning if this person cut you out so they could be with someone else. And I feel like you're willing to work things out, but not if they've put another person over you. I do feel like you want to talk. And I do feel like you don't really know right now how to approach this subject, how to end the problems, how to, work this out. So let me see, why is the Two of Cups in reverse? The Empress reversed and the Six of Wands. Yeah, you want things to be successful. I don't feel like you're like giving to the situation right now. You may feel like this person has been very disrespectful to you. And there's also an issue that you feel like the two of you aren't on the same page with regard to nurturing the connection. So I feel like you've kind of pulled back. At one point, Sagittarius, I feel like you were very giving, very kind, very nurturing to this connection. And at this point, you've kind of pulled back because you don't feel like the two of you are on the same page. But I do feel like you do want to work things out. You want things to be successful. And I feel like you are open to communication. But right now, you just don't see that there's any growth in this connection. So let's see their energy. Spirit, why is the Ten of Wands in reverse? The Tower reversed and the Moon. Interesting. So this person wants to repair the damage that has taken place. They want to work through the problems. I feel like they were feeling very overwhelmed at some point. They may have been keeping that to themselves. And I feel like there are some things that this person is concealing, things that they're not telling you. So that is something that is valid here. Secrets could have been what caused a Tower moment. Let me see, you could be dealing with a Cancer. Let me see why the Four of Pentacles is in reverse. Okay, so yeah, they're going to come towards you. The Chariot reversed, sign of Cancer. This person has been very, how do I word it? They've ground in their heels at some point, and they were not budging. They were not moving forward. And I feel like they realize that they now have to kind of, if they're going to work this out with you, they have to lower their guard and come towards you and speak truthfully and honestly. So I do see that that is what they're going to do. I do. Now, they could live at a distance from you. They don't have to, but if they do, that could be posing some sort of an issue here as well. So there's some stuck energy in their energy here as well. Why is this Eight of Cups in reverse? But I feel like they're reversing that. I feel like they were not moving towards you. They weren't trying to work things out. That's going to reverse itself. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Emperor in reverse. This person regrets trying to control this situation, or that they were controlling. They may have been very controlling, and I think they're sad. They're looking at everything. They've learned a lesson here. So they walked away in order to try to control the circumstances. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like this is somebody who normally is very grounded. They're normally somebody who's nurturing, very grounded. They're a good partner. They're a good parent if they're a parent. But what they're regretting right now is trying to control this situation because they're realizing that they were over-controlling. So I do feel this person's going to come back in and they're going to try to work things out with you. Let me see the energy between Sagittarius and this person. Queen of Swords and Ace of Swords reversed. They don't feel like you want to talk this out. Yeah, they feel like you're not open to communicating. And you feel like they've turned their back on you. Yeah, so this person wants to talk. They want to discuss something here with you. But I feel like they're not really telling you that because they're also given the appearance of, you know, not really wanting to talk, but they do. They don't feel like, they're wondering if you are willing to talk. And I do see them coming towards you. I'm really, for some reason, feeling air sign energy. But it doesn't have to be. It could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. So they do want to repair the damage. They do want to work this out. They want to talk. They want to discuss it, but they feel like you don't want to. Or at least they're wondering. Now, in your energy, I do have to say that you have no clarity as to why they've done the things that they've done. You're totally lacking in clarity regarding that. And it does seem to me that you are being very silent. Like you're not extending yourself towards them, which is what's given them the impression that you may not be willing to work it out. Let me see why the Queen of Swords is in the reverse. All right, we have the Ten of Wands reversed. You both have that, which is very good energy. We have the Devil, Capricorn energy, and we have Judgment. So what's affecting the situation is, you know, some very cutting, harsh energy. I feel like there were some harsh words said, some very angry, harsh words. And whatever this is, Sagittarius, it's absolutely toxic. It could have also been that one of you got cut out of the situation. So in your energy, I see you being open to talking to this person, although you're going to be very, very slow to warm up, okay? And you're not quite sure how to go about doing this, how to go about putting an end to this toxic cycle. But I do see that you want to. You want to work things out. You want to resolve things. You want to end this cycle. And in their energy, they're going to come towards you. They definitely are. There's something here that is very toxic. It's a karmic cycle that is occurring between the two of you that has to be addressed. It has to be dealt with. And you're both starting to recognize that. Now, they're coming towards you hoping to reconcile. I think that they really dug their heels in at some point, but now they're reversing that because they regret doing that. They did that trying to control what took place here. Let me see your outcome. I do feel like there is a very strong connection here between you and this person. All right, we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. We have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Swords reversed. So what's going to be talked about? Well, there's something that has been dishonest here, something toxic. There's lying, cheating, stealing. There is something definitely that is going to be revealed in this conversation. For you, it's going to allow a fresh start to occur. It's going to allow a fresh start. I see Ace of Pentacles, and that's going to be successful. So you're going to be happy with the outcome here, but at the same time, you might hear some things that's going to be a little difficult for you to hear. In this person's energy, I do see them sitting in the Nine of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Pentacles here. So together, that would equal the Ten of Pentacles. But this person that's in your energy, I do feel like there is some sort of energy here of control, trying to, you know, they could be very difficult to deal with too when they walked away. There's some very stubborn energy. There's some secrets that are here. And I'm wondering, for some of you, this person could be in another connection, because we have this Queen of Pentacles here. That could be another energy. Yeah, this person could have been going back and forth between you and someone else. And if so, they definitely regret that. I am seeing that if that's the case, this person is making themselves single, and they're going to let you know that. Whatever has been hidden, whatever these secrets are, all of that is coming to light. If there is another party here, this person is going to, you know, basically let the cat out the bag. They're going to tell this person, you know, and they're going to become single. If it's nothing to do with third party energy, I just feel like this person is, you know, going to stand up on their own 2 feet. They're going to stop the controlling behavior, but it's really because you're going to be calling them out on it. Yeah, I definitely see that. So whatever the lying, cheating, stealing, whatever this deceptive energy is that's brought the toxicity into this connection, it is going to be revealed. It's going to bring clarity and truth to this situation, enabling a new start for you that's going to be very successful. And for them, it's going to put them in their own agency and in a very independent energy. If they were with someone else, they will become single. If they were, you know, already single and it was some other situation here, this person's going to act on their own agency. So I do see this resolving, and I do see it being talked out. I do see each of you revealing to the other person what you feel like needs to take place in order to resolve the issues. And I do see it being resolved. Yeah, to both of your satisfaction. Bottom of the deck is the 4 of Cups. That is underlying energy. And Sagittarius, that tells me that at some point, either you or the other person, and I feel like it's you because we have this Queen of Wands here in reverse. I feel like it was you. I feel like you felt taken for granted in this connection. And I do feel like that is exactly what is being addressed here. So I'm going to pull an oracle card for you, Sagittarius, and we will see if there's any advice. All right, you have number 35, and your card reads Loyal Heart. Give me just a second and I will read that for you. All right, so the essential meaning of this card is loyalty, devotion, and fidelity. So it says evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that Spirit is always loyal to you, no matter the outer circumstances in your life. Trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always divinely protected, and divinely directed. Now, the relationship message says your partnerships, friendships, and romantic relationships all have many qualities in common right now. Honest devotion, faithfulness, and a loyal heart are being shown to you. Are you loyal in return? Now is the time for heartfelt commitments and trusting in divine protection. Okay, Sagittarius, I hope this has been helpful for you and given you some insight into this situation. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you guys in your next reading, Sagittarius, know that you are loved, and namaste.